Again. Once again, I am struggling with my setup here. I hope they can't really hear the music in the background because my live stream yesterday, I guess it was silenced for a bit just because at the beginning of the live stream, or of the live stream I should say, there was music playing, which was a little loud. It wasn't like super loud, but apparently copyright issues and whatnot. But oh gosh, I am running a little late. I forgot to go get water before I started, so we're basically just gonna go on like this, and then hopefully I won't get too thirsty by the time I finish. Yesterday, I finally connected the bands that came with the stepper, so I can work on my arms too. I will say, scares me a little bit because I made it as tight as possible, but I don't know if you guys have seen the memes where people would work with either the bands that you can use to work your legs and stuff like that, where it'll come off and it'll hit them on the face. That's like my fear with this ones. I have a fear with this ones that it'll come up or come out, come off, or however you say it, and then hit me on the face. So that's definitely one of my fears. I'm gonna higher this a little bit. I want to be like eye level, kind of. Okay, so I'm just listening to the music on my own, and hopefully me talking kind of goes over it so that it doesn't mute my video or anything. So here's the thing. I got the notification this morning that because of the music, there was like my live stream was like ding for that. However, it does not necessarily affect my channel, which is good. Oh gosh, I have a separate lighting here because my room is a little dark. Just want to have better lighting. Maybe using my back camera will work a little better, but oh gosh. And again, I forgot to put my shoes on there, and my feet are probably going to hurt by the end of this because I don't have any cushion underneath. My daughter really wants a treadmill, so I think that's something I'm gonna get next. That's next on my list, is to get a treadmill. My daughter wants one so that I can help her when she's like playing video games and whatnot. My kid loves to play video games, so when she's doing that, she can be like walking and stuff. As she's getting older, it's harder for her to find an interest in going outside and doing things. I remember even last summer, she used to go outside all the time. She had friends that lived here within the apartment complex that we live. And she used to go outside and play all the time. Either they would like play tag, soccer, ride their bikes, or whatever it may be. She was almost always outside. Or they would even go swimming and stuff. There's a swimming pool here. And so that was that. Now this year, I want to say during the winter, it was when her friend moved. And since then, like, she does not like to go outside. She doesn't get along with the other kids. Her friend that moved away, it's like a year or two younger than her. So she would like get along with her. But with the other kids that are left here, that still live here, they're like 4 or 5 years younger than her. And she just doesn't get along with them. And then that's one of the main reasons she just doesn't go outside anymore. Oh my gosh, my hair is so messy. I didn't want to do a whole lot to my hair today because I have some videos I need to film. So after this workout, I'm gonna get in the shower. I'm debating between washing my hair or not because I just washed it yesterday. Then I need to style it, and then I have to record some content for my business TikTok page and even my personal one. I may record some content. I have a product that a brand sent to me that I need to record. And so I may do that. I'm actually gonna do that. So, I don't know if you are familiar with like the TikTok shop program. Some vendors on the TikTok shop will send free samples to affiliates like myself. And you basically just unbox the video, or there are some brands that will give you really specific requirements, how long they want the video to be, what's the best setting they want you to be in when you're recording. Do they actually want you to be using the product when you're recording and stuff? So there are some that do require that. However, there's also some that won't require any of that. They'll just send it to you and you would never hear anything from them again. So what I try to do, I want to make sure, it's just like anything in life, I want to make sure that whatever it is that I'm doing for a brand, that they are happy with it, right? So anytime I receive the products, I will notify them, hey, I have the product. And I will give them a couple of days to respond to me if they have any requirements or anything like that. Then after a couple of days, if I don't hear back from them, then I just assume they don't have any requirements. What I've noticed with some brands too is that at the very beginning, they will be upfront with the requirements that they have. So once they verify that once they notify you or something that you have requested a sample, they will say, hey, so here are some requirements or some suggestions. They call it suggestions. They don't call it requirements, but they call it suggestions. So they'll send links to other videos the other creators have created with the product. So they sort of want you to mimic something like that or recreate something like that. You don't necessarily have to copy the other creator, but you can create a similar video. So that's how it is with working some of those brands. And so that's what I'm gonna do today. I do have one product that I need to look into and see if they have sent me any requirements. If not, or any suggestions. If not, then I'm just gonna go ahead and, so most of the time I do record 2 videos per product, and the majority of those I just have them saved in my drafts in case I need it in the future. One is usually an unboxing video, and if it's something that I know I can't immediately use, or because the brand did not require or did not send any specific suggestions, then I'll probably post the unboxing video. But if it's something that I can use, then I save the unboxing video for probably a later video posting. And then I'll actually end up using the product, and then I would post that video. Again, the unboxing videos, sometimes it's just to have it as a additional footage that I can post, and also just kind of stuff sitting there for those days that I don't feel like recording and posting. There are some days that I don't feel like recording and I don't feel like posting. Just this weekend, I think Sunday, or was it Monday? I don't even remember, but there was definitely a day not that long ago that I just didn't feel like posting. Posted one video and I called it a day. Now that's actually not the idea, right? In the mornings, and I need to get better at like managing my schedule and like everything that I can fulfill, everything that I need to do. So in the mornings, I do my best to post something really early, as early as I can, I should say. And then that way in the next like 3, 4, or even 5 hours before my lunchtime, I can focus on just working and I have to worry about posting or what am I going to post, right? So it's better if I batch record content and I have it saved, so that way if I can't film anything or if I don't have anything else, I can just go and post one of the drafts and be good to go for the day. So I need to do better in terms of organizing my schedule and stuff, so that way I can post something early in the morning. I'm not sure if my light just died or did it just like turn off on its own, because that was not, maybe it just didn't seem that I was using it, but it's not as bright anymore. Probably going to die. Okay. I feel like I've been talking a lot and it's barely 14 minutes into the live. There's just so much I want to talk about TikTok videos. Not that you can't make long videos on TikTok, but right now, I am focusing a little bit more on short-term content just to get a little bit more traction. But I can also post longer videos just to talk about different topics that I think a lot of us don't really talk about. Just because unless you meet with someone face to face, then it's like easier to talk about those topics than it is doing it online. And one of the things that I found personally, and especially with doing a little bit of work internally and healing and stuff like that, I realized that growing up, it could be a cultural thing, it could be something that's just normal everywhere, I don't know, but I grew up in a Mexican culture with very traditional beliefs and Catholic and stuff like that. So there was a lot of, it was a very strict environment per se. There were certain things that you couldn't do because it was wrong, and most of those beliefs and rules per se were put in a way that sort of diminishes you, makes you feel less than, not worthy of, or who are you to think you can, and things like that. So one of the, it could be something very personal to me because maybe it's just important to me. Well, one thing that I do remember vividly is that women belong in the kitchen. I mean, you still had to work and go and work in the crops and stuff like that. However, where I feel like criticism came in very harshly is in the kitchen. And I find myself still fighting with those things now as a grown-up person with a partner in a stable relationship. I still find myself fighting with those things. And again, the criticism was just very harsh in the kitchen. For instance, the girls there growing up, I mean, I don't know how it was like generation before me or after me, I don't know, but I can say when I was growing up, it was believed that you had to learn how to make tortillas, like at a really early age. You have to learn how to make them, and you have to learn how to make them pretty, and how to make them pretty, aesthetically pleasing, and because otherwise it's a piece of shit. Otherwise it's a piece of garbage. And the way they will tell you that is like, it's so hard for me to pinpoint who said this or a specific person, because I feel like I heard it coming from multiple people. It could be grandma, aunt, uncles, dad, mom. It's just any relative that I was close to growing up in that environment. It's like, I wouldn't say my mom never said such thing to us, but if they saw that what you were making was not good enough, it's like, okay, like, is this what you're gonna make when you get married? Like, is this what you're gonna serve to your spouse to eat? Like, that's the way they would come at it. It's like, and they would also say comments like, can't imagine what your mother-in-law would say if she saw, this is how you make this, or this is how this is the kind of work that you do, and stuff like that. And it's like, it, I'm assuming in their mind, that's sort of a way to motivate you to get better. But in a little person doing their best, and we're talking like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, right? In your mind, you're like, I'm doing the best that I can, but yet it's not enough, right? And it would be like that with the way you clean the dishes. If it's not clean enough, the way you cook, if the area where you're cooking is dirty, you're not cleaning as you're going, if the food that you're making is not tasteful, just every little thing would always be like, is that what you're gonna do when you get married? Is that what you're gonna do is that what you're gonna serve to your spouse? Is that what you're gonna, it always came back to, is that what you're going to do when you get married? Is that what you're going to serve to your spouse? Is that what you're gonna do? What do you think your mother-in-law is gonna think? What do you think this and that? You know what I mean? It was always criticism like that. And I think for the most part, that's one of the things that I resent the most. And this is one very vivid memory that I have. My dad was like so strict. He never got physical with any of us. Like, it was always verbal, right? And I remember maybe I was 6 or 7, around that age. And you go to school, you have friends, you see them painting their toenails, their nails, doing their nails and stuff like that. Not like acrylic nails, but like just painting their nails and stuff like that. Well, it's normal. I wanted to do that too, right? And so I remember we came back home with our nails painted. My dad gave us his peace of mind, for sure. He got really mad and told us that we kids should not be doing stuff like that. We're not old enough to be doing stuff like that. We don't know how to cook. We don't know how to make tortilla. We don't know how to clean. He even said, you don't even know how to properly clean your ass. So for you to think that you can paint your nails, it's not gonna happen, and that was very traumatic for me. I feel like I've always been like a really girly girl. Like, I've always liked sparkly, shiny things, girly stuff, right? High heels, dresses, things like that. So I think that's why that like hit me like really hard. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, so you mean I have to exist and not have to like, or not have to do anything that I like until I am actually worthy of it? Like, I don't know, it was just very, again, kind of like a traumatic experience for my little mind. I was probably 7, I want to say. And then from there, it wasn't just like that one time that things started building up for me and for my things that my mind was like grasping on, right? And so it was a different scenario, and I can't even remember how it happened, how everything started. However, what I do remember is that there was my dad was making a comparison between 2 of my aunts. They're not his sisters, they're his cousins' wives, right? 2 totally different people. Like, one really liked to do her nails, do her makeup, hair done, high heels, um, like everything all the time. Till this day, she really prioritizes like her looks and stuff like that. So my dad was comparing her to another aunt. This lady dressed with, like, she didn't care what she looked like. Like, she could walk out of her house with her hair looking like mine right now, and she's wearing a old raggedy t-shirt, old tennis shoes, you know, her pants with like bleach stains and things like that. And she would go out in public like that without a care in the world, right? But her and her husband, apparently, during that time, they had a lot of money. They had like multiple properties in, I think in Florida. They had like, I don't know, 5, 6 cars or something like that. So, and then my aunt and my uncle, the one that's like very top notch with her looks and stuff like that, didn't really have a whole lot. So my dad made that comparison, and he had such a conviction when he was saying those things that in my mind I was like, so you don't, in my small mind I was like, wow, you truly don't deserve to have anything until you deserve to have it, you know. So, and what is that point, you know, like, and when I grew up a little bit more and I was able to identify those things, those beliefs in my mind, I was like, okay, so what's that point when you are going to deserve to have the things that you want or the things that you like? What's that point that you have to get to feel like you're worthy of it, you know? And, you know, just different things that I'm just like, wow, you know, those things definitely affected my belief, and my outlook on marriage, partnership, men as well. And I feel like those are things that I've been working on to heal internally. And I kid you not, I kid you not, I don't know if this is the same scenario with my sisters. I have 2 sisters. They're older. I'm the youngest. And I know out of all of us, I'm the only one. It could be that they don't like it. I don't know, to be honest with you. But I'm the only one that likes to do her nails. I'm the only one that likes to do her makeup. Not every day, but on a regular basis, I will do my makeup. I'm the only one that seems a little bit more girly than my other sisters. And again, it could be that they just don't like it as much as I do. Or it's just not who they are. But yeah, it's just, those are things that I'm just like, wow, you know. I don't know if you can relate. Maybe you grew up in an environment or with traumas or, you know, things that turn into beliefs, and that sort of shape the way you lived your teen years, your teenage years. But yeah, I definitely think they affected mine. And I've always had a, for some reason, I've always had a negative reaction when someone tells me about cooking, about kitchen, and about my cleaning skills. I've always had a negative reaction to that. And I know it's because of the environment that I grew up in. I mean, thank God my mom was never like that. She never gave us negative feedback. And I till this day, I never learned how to make the corn tortilla properly, like the way they like it down in Oaxaca. I don't know how to put mixed tamal to cook That's like corn that you actually put to cook. Boil it. Boil it, but not boil it. There's a certain temperature that you have to get it to. Then you take it, you clean it, you go to the molino, they call it. You make it into masa. You come back and then you make your tortillas. Like, that whole process, I don't know how to do. I mean, granted, we moved to the US when I was 11 or 12. 11, 12, around there. So I wasn't fully trained in the kitchen. My older sisters do. No, I know that for sure because they used to help my mom a lot. I was usually the one, because I was the youngest one, I was usually the one to take care of like the dishes, go feed the chickens, the pigs, and then just go with my mom wherever she went. That was pretty much my duty. However, those things that I heard people saying and referring to and stuff affected me a lot. But anyways, let me see. On the live stream, it shows 31 minutes. Let me see on my stepper. What does it show? It shows 1,700 steps. Definitely a lot more than what it was yesterday. I don't know why the time is not changing. It's supposed to show me the time. Hold on. Is it usually shows the time? Let me see. I'm not sure why. Is that, hold on. It says 26. Has it been 26 minutes? I don't think it's been 26 minutes. It says 37, 28. I don't know what all of these numbers mean. And then there's another one that says 16, 53, 58. I have no idea what these numbers are. All I know is that I reached 1,800 steps. It doesn't show me the time. I don't know what that means. Okay. I am definitely sweating. It was a great chat. Thank you for being here. I don't know when you're going to be watching this, but thank you for being here. Leave me in the comments, what are your thoughts on my traumas? Or if you can relate to them. I'm gonna hop in the shower and start filming. Got a lot of recording to do, so thank you, and I will see you tomorrow. I think I know how to end this. Hold on. Do I? Hold on, let me see. Okay, do I know how to do this? Oh gosh. What did I do yesterday? Hold on. Okay, I guess I can just click the X. Oh yeah, it was just the